Welcome to Ask and Learn.
We are given input strings, and we're asked to find the output strings generated by the MORE machine in exercise 20 by these input strings. So in part A, we're given the input string 0, 1, 0, 1. Now looking at the state table that we're given in exercise 20, we see that, of course, we're going to start at state S0. And our first input is a 0. And so the next state is S0, and the output is a 0. Our next input is a 1, and we see that we have a 1 at state S0, so our next state is going to be S2, and again our output is a 0. Next input is a 0, so we have a 0 at S2, which means that the next state is going to be S2, and our output at S2 is 1. Finally, our last input is a 1, and we're starting at S2, and so we move to S1, and our output at S2 is 1. So our output string is going to be well, this is actually a little bit strange. So the way the output works is we have an output even for our initial state S0. So our string is always going to start with a 0. So our output's going to be, we have a 0 in front, and then 2 zeros and 2 ones. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Now, in part B, we're given the input string 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now, we're going to start at S0, so the first digit of the output is 0. And then for every digit in the input, we'll determine the next state and the output. So we have that the first digit in the input is at 1, and so we're moving from start state S0 to state S2, and our output is going to be a 1. My mistake. It should have been a 0, 0, 1, 1 before. This is going to be 1, and now we see that our second input is a 1. This is going to move us from start state S2 to state S1, and our output is going to be a 1. And then our next input is a 1, so we're going to move from state S1 to state S0, and our output at S0 is 0. The next input is a 1, so we'll move from state S0 to state S2, and our output at S2 is a 1. Our next input is a 1. We move from S2 to S1, and our output at S1 is a 1. And finally, our last input is a 1, so we move from S1 to S0, and our output at S0 is a 0. So our output string is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Finally, in part C, we're given the input string 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. And We start at S0, so it follows that the first digit of the output is the output of S0, which is 0. And we have that the first digit in the input is a 1, so we move from S0 to S2. The output of S2 is a 1. Our next input is a 1. We move from S2 to S1, and our output at S1 is a 1. Our next input is a 1, so we move from S1 to S0, and the output at S0 is a 0. Our next input is a 0, so we move from S0 to S0, and our output is a 0. Our next input is a 1, so we move from S0 to S2, and our output is a 1. Our next input is 1, we move from S2 to S1, and our output is 1. Our next input is a 1, we move from S1 to S0, and the output is 0. Our next input is a 0, we move from S0 back to itself, and our output is 0. Next input is 1, we move from S0 to S2, and the output is a 1. Next input is 1, we move from S2 to S1, and the output is 1. And finally, last input is 0. Sorry, the last input is a 1, and we move from S1 to S0, and the output is a 0. And so the output string is 011 0011 00110.